live. Just finishing up my coffee here, guys. Topic of the video is the police impersonator, ex cop or fake ex cop, Icy Mike. This is going to be the topic of the video. Um, yeah, I actually used to watch Icy Mike. Yeah, he came on my radar um, after I used to watch Jesse from Mexican martial arts, and this is how all these guys came on my radar. And I actually used to watch some of Icy Mike's videos because some of the videos, the way he talks and the things he says, it just comes off as if he knows what he's doing, or as if he's legit. But I'm gonna show you guys a clip of why I stopped watching him. Let's see. Unbelievable. And then you got commercials. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys a clip of Icy Mike losing a fight in a point uh, kickboxing match. So it's not even a full contact, it's point karate or point kickboxing. This is how I realized that he had never been a cop. I mean, he says he was a cop and all that, and people just take his word for it. But cops, especially in America, are not scared like this in a fight. You know, and keep in mind, this is point kickboxing.
Point kickboxing tournament, and at the last minute, we decided it would be a great idea for me to suit up and enter myself. Now, it turns out it was a good idea, not because I won, I lost. I haven't fought in a couple of years. I missed 2 fights last year, one because of a sprained ankle and one because of a torn bicep. I've been training, and my cardio felt pretty good, so I thought I was in shape. So I thought this would be a nice, easy way to kind of get back into competition. When I first signed up, I didn't even know that I would get matched. There wasn't a lot of people there. I didn't think that there would be anyone of the appropriate age, size, or skill level for me. I was waiting on me to get the people that I was coaching matches. And then this big group of young, strong-looking dudes came in, and I was like, great. The guy that they had for me in roughly my size, they said he'd been training for a year. And Johnny was like, no, I don't want to put these two together. He's been training a little bit longer than that. And the guys were like, no, he's like really good. He's really good.
Okay, first of all, you guys see that he's saying that he's about to fight a guy that only been training for a year. Now, before I keep going to show his fighting, keep in mind, I Googled him. You guys should Google him too. Google Icy Mike, Hard to Hurt, police uniform or police academy, or which police did he work for? Was he a sheriff? Was he local? Was he a state trooper? Was he a ex-federal agent like Jeff Chan claims to be? Which I haven't looked up into Jeff Chan's claim on being a federal agent. But when I saw this fight, that's how it came on my radar, and I started suspecting that he probably was lying and that he's not a real cop. He's just too nervous here to even be a real cop. Make sure you guys like the video.
Put me there. And Johnny was like, yeah, but like you don't know.
Oh yeah, before I forget, the guy he is fighting only has a year experience. That's when it gives suspicious to me. Like, how are you fighting a guy that only has a year experience, and then you're worried about it, and then people start yelling that you're really good. How are you really good? How are you really good? You don't
Who
know
this guy
nothing.
is. And these guys said, we know exactly who that is. I'm instantly regretting my decision to enter this thing. And one yo-ho from the back of his group goes, Avenge Ninja Rod! No! What is not happening? The guys, there's a big group of them from Road Combat, Asheville, North Carolina, a bunch of cool dudes. The guy that they had for me had been training a year. He was a good bit taller, a little skinnier, and a lot younger. So I'm overly confident about this match. I think I've done these before. I've done full contact before. I'm pretty sure that I'm just gonna like walk all over this dude. No offense, Caleb, you're a cool guy, but that's what I thought was gonna happen, and I was wrong. At the beginning of the match, I thought that he should look more nervous than he did. I don't know what this thing he's doing is, but that's like the way he gets in the zone. And I was a little perturbed because I thought that I should be able to look at him and like see fear, but he looked like he was like kind of excited about this. And then I got nervous. I got more nervous than I thought I was going to be. And also, big problem, I didn't warm up at all. I was like not thinking this was going to be a big deal. And I was getting everyone else ready. I didn't do a warm up, which I've struggled with getting the correct warm up in the past. I felt pretty good at sparring up to this point, working lots of kickboxing, footwork, combinations. I did exactly none of that. I basically just waded forward, trying to get into that very boxing range, trying to get a hold of him for the clinch.
Yeah, so you guys see this is beyond bad.
I
This
wanted to
is
control the middle because I've lost one of these before. Because even though I landed more strikes, it was like, I guess the judges were karate guys and they value like who's actually holding the center.
all right. I don't see any left hooks, low kicks. There's no follow up to these punches. Like left, right, cross, and then a front kick. Left, cross, cross, left, left. Like jab, jab, right, and then a single kick, and then a single kick. This is how you know kickboxing is amateurish, is when people just throw punches and then they throw the kicks too late. This is how I started to realize I see Mike is probably not a real cop.
Change, and I was able to march him down. He's trying to kick me without a setup. And, loses confidence in his hands and tries to grab, but that's what I want. I want him right at that range. That's my stuff. Uppercuts were working really well for me. That trash fighting from the video we did last week. Watch this thing right here. This is CGI. I wouldn't do this in real life. This is fake. This is fake news. I don't do this stuff. You guys know I don't do this stuff. But now
That's fake news. Wheel kicks are fake news.
And then the boxing was working really well for me. So that round, I felt like even though early on he kind of landed a few more things, I landed more significant stuff. They announced the winners of the rounds in between, so they, tell me I won that round. So I felt pretty good. I was really high. So I figured since I won the first round doing that same shit over and over again, I would just do that again. I didn't make any adjustments, and he did make an adjustment.
What adjustment did
He
you make?
started out early on trying to occupy the center with his punches and kicks and knees, like trying to make more linear attacks down the middle to keep me from coming forward. He tried to clinch me, but my posture in dirty boxing was pretty good. That was still working for me. I was just doing no combinations, and I wasn't answering back when I would defend stuff. Ooh, that was so cool, but I didn't do anything about it afterwards. I just ate a couple punches and then pushed my way in so that I could land big stuff, which when we're point fighting doesn't matter. We got caught up and tangled up in this little clinch here, and I wish I would have stood up straighter and just maybe some round knees. But that was supposed to be a hard shot to the body, and I just had no energy left in my arms. My arms felt like so heavy. I was just so tired. And now I'm loading up for like uppercuts and hooks and things in a competition where I'm not supposed to be hitting really hard. So they just sort of are these lazy like slaps. When you can't hurt a guy, his feints don't matter. So I tried this feint, and he literally didn't react to it at all.
It's funny that he says he tries his feint and that the guy didn't react to it at all. Like how is he supposed to react to it? I mean, you're harmless. See, this is when I realized I see Mike is actually harmless. This guy doesn't know how to fight, and he's like in his 40s. Like, what is he doing? Talking all of this nonsense on YouTube when he cannot even win a point kickboxing match, and then he's saying that he's tired. He's not even. one or two rounds in, second round in, and he's already tired. The lack of stamina is also amazing.
And that's sort of right here is when I checked out. Yeah, I'm landing and blocking, and my defense
See,
is
he
still
can't
solid.
fight.
I went
It's
to
a
about a
fake
fifth.
cop, and he can't fight.
I'm just sort of like wading forward and like eating stuff and just slugging it out in a fight.
Where are the kicks? There is no kicks. Look, boom, he gets hit. Well, you throw some front kick, but I mean, by no kicks, I mean they look like babies for real though. By no kicks, I mean there is no follow up kicks to the punches.
Which is a no, no, you shouldn't do that. It worked out for me with the spinning back fist there, and in the case of the head kick later. But they awarded him.
So he's preaching to not do spinning stuff, yet he's doing it and sort of half-ass landing it. So I mean, what more proof do you guys want that this guy doesn't know what he's doing? And Google him. Google if he was a cop. Google Mike, Icy Mike, police officer. I mean, I don't even know Icy Mike's his real name because it's just like Icy Mike. And why Icy? Just because you're white? Doesn't make any sense. But Google him and try to find any pictures or any record of him ever being a police officer. It doesn't exist because it never happened. That's why it doesn't exist. It never happened. So I dropped the phone, guys. Let's keep going. The rest of the video.
The pace is crazy. It's 2 2-minute rounds. I'm used to long, methodical 5 minute rounds.
Long, methodical.
Round a piece. He's 1-1, 1-1.
¿Qué ole? Buenos días.
I've been working these long rounds with, and he's been working on my combinations and footwork.
Buenos días, bro. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué me cuentas? Aquí, exponiendo a este youtuber, Icy Mike, que según dice que fue policía, pero el vato no fue policía, no hay ningún récord de Icy Mike, de él haber sido policía en ningún estado o en ninguna ciudad, no hay ni una sola foto de él haciendo nada en cuanto a ser policía.
Thanks and stuff. He didn't come because he didn't know that I was going to do it. I was just coaching my people. And he was like giving me great advice. I just couldn't execute on any of it because he wasn't like snapping me out of my stupidity. Like, because also he's thinking like, well, I guess this Mike knows what he's doing, but didn't. I needed someone there to tell me, kickbox, cut angles, throw combinations, be more active, score these points. It's a 2 minute round. You got to go and score your points.
He needs other people to tell him.
And set up feints and do all that. You got to blitz the guy for like 2 minutes, and that's exhausting, particularly when the nerves get you. So we go on an overtime round. The overtime round is only a minute long because the point of these is they're trying to like keep people from, getting too exhausted or too injured. And I thought, well, I'll just overwhelm them and swarm me. And flurry of punches, knees, kicks, block. Here I am forward again, and I thought I was doing good. I catch the kick, like boom, bang, boom, knock. And I get pushed around a lot when I'm wearing headgear, especially. It's really bad. And he starts landing some punches. His corner, I think, was yelling for him to punch her, and he should have. Even if he's not gonna beat me with the boxing, if he's punching, it keeps me from punching. There, I just answered his head kick with my head kick. Now, I ducked that. That is a thing that we've been working on. I know I've joked before that that's not a real thing. I have been working on it. I'm trying to make a kick off of that land. Now, this round, up to this point, I thought I was doing really well. Like, he's trying to box me. My defense is tight. Now, he landed a good knee and a good punch there. But, here we are. We get tied up. Now, I've let this thing play, but I need to stop it. Because here's what was supposed to be about to happen. This is what I was trying to do. This is a thing I've done. It's a thing I've done in real life, in sparring, plenty of times, in a controlled environment, when I was not
Notice how he says it's things he used to do in real life, in real sparring, in a controlled environment, but he never, ever, ever really mentions any stories about him being a police officer. He doesn't have any stories on YouTube on him doing anything as a cop. If you were a cop, how come you do not have any stories on this? Llamar a Nacho, no, 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 no entiendo, amigo. Yo soy color negro. Ok.
not nervous, and going with people that I was familiar with. Well, apparently, when you jump and spin at the same time, slight changes in your trajectory can have severe consequences, this being one of them.
Yeah, that really sucked. That really sucked because you're supposed to set up a kick like that, not just throw it like
Hey,
this.
these guys are very active. Every time I watch this, I kind of see something different. But at the time, I really was checked out, mentally checked out. You can see, look, I'm looking here, like, oh yeah, you get around him. Yep, that makes sense. I was done. I was defeated in here, which when you get defeated in here, it becomes much more easy to become defeated out here. So it was my fight to lose, and lose it I did, and I lost it because I was unprepared. I was unprepared and I was out of shape.
Well,
And
not this
don't get me
guy.
wrong, I'm not like
This guy's not a real fighter.
demonizing what Caleb did. He's a great competitor, gave me a great match.
Great competitor, great match, bro. He sucked just as bad as you did.
To his coaches, made adjustments, all that, did a great job. But on my end, this was mine to lose, and I was
Jizz, how
losing.
you
And
doing, Jizz? Good. We're right here exposing Icy Mike, but we're good.
that's 10 5-minute rounds of kickboxing scoring. But that's like light scoring with my friends. I haven't been doing bag work. I haven't been doing tag work. I
Yeah,
haven't
your sparring sucks. This is why you suck at fighting.
scoring and
Now look at that low kick right there. If we'll go back for a second, that low kick right there is way too high. Let's see. Boom, boom, right here. You guys see that? That low kick there was way too high. One more time. Boom, 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 and right. See that? He's kicking the thigh. Um, he's kicking somewhere here. The kick should be next to the knee. This is way too high, so his technique sucks. It's definitely not good.
I didn't properly prepare. I kind of want to fight again, but I'm not really a fighter. Like, I'm not that.
I got a question. Which martial arts YouTubers are actually real fighters? Well, the ones who actually fight for real. I guess out of these guys though, like the ones in this group, I guess Jeff Chan is one of the better ones. Rokas did try a little bit better by bringing in some actual UFC fighters, but these are still people that can street fight. And then he brought like Krav Maga people and some soldiers. And these are all people like I've seen them do that bar fight thing. These are all people that I can just tell have never been in fights, like real fights. He failed to bring any people who actually know how to like fight in the street. Um, but he's making a self defense thing. This is why it's failing because none of those guys really know how to fight.
I don't like fighting. I don't like getting punched in the face, and I don't like punching people in the face, and I don't like getting tired, and I don't like getting hurt. I don't possess that.
He doesn't like fighting. He doesn't like hurting other people, getting hurt, punching people in the face, getting punched. He doesn't possess what? I gotta listen to this again. Then why are you doing it for? For why are you preaching about this like you know anything about it when you're obviously a beginner and you obviously don't even like it? It's ridiculous to me, for real though.
Not really a fighter. Like, I'm not that type of person. One guy that I train with pretty regularly is like, yeah, man, it's like, you gotta scratch that itch. You gotta get in there. And I was like, I don't feel that way. I don't like fighting. I don't like getting punched in the face, and I don't like punching people in the face, and I don't like getting tired, and I don't like getting hurt. I don't possess that instinct. I much prefer coaching. Now my team did amazing. Everyone I
You don't possess that, but you prefer coaching, bro. You never really fought. If you never really fought, how are you gonna teach anyone else how to fight? Like the level of stupid within AC Mike and anyone who follows him to me is just beyond amazing. And you know, I used to be one of them in a way because I watched a few of his videos in the past, but were more based on like certain kinds of weapons you can use for the street, certain kind of self-defense stuff that kind of makes sense, but this stuff kind of doesn't.
Corner did amazing. They listened, they executed, used footwork, combos, and
Boom.
setups perfectly. So probably, and this is not uncommon, I'm probably much better at that. So I'm be taking a lot of students to another one of these in a couple of weeks. I don't know if I'll participate. If this guy shows up, I'll probably want to rematch. I think he owes me a rematch. Comment below if you think that guy owes me a rematch. But these point keep maybe I'll do it. I like it because, like in this case, it ended up being a good idea even though I lost. Because I got to compete, I got to get that heart rate up, let the nerves hit me. I got to find out that I wasn't ready for a fight. I got to find out that I wasn't in shape for a fight. And I got to find all that out without like getting knocked out.
You got to find all that out without getting knocked out. And that is the end of this video, which is ridiculous to me. But when I saw this one, when this came out, this is when I realized, and this, keep in mind, this came out 5 years ago. So this was like right around the time that I had just gotten a channel. This is when I realized I need to look into this guy more because I don't think he can fight. I think he's fake news. So this is when I started looking into if he's a cop or not, and then I started to realize that I couldn't find anything on him ever having been a cop ever anywhere ever. So yeah. Now we're gonna watch one more.
Between sparring and your first fight, particularly for kickboxers and Muay Thai fighters. Boxers in boxing gyms tend to spar at a pretty high intensity, and grapplers, of course, train at basically 100%. But with kickboxing, not only are you dealing with like the nerves and the pressure, and your body will feel like you're fighting in a dream, you're also getting.
So what is he trying to say, that in kickboxing you don't spar hard and you don't go like you do in boxing? Well, you do if you're in Holland, bro, which is where I'm at.
Getting punched and kicked probably harder and faster than you've ever been punched and kicked. That's why point kickboxing or point Muay Thai is one of the best ways to get some experience and exposure and practice. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about like point stuff where you just like touch the guy and then they say stop. But there's a lot of space between that and getting your skull caved in your first fight that involves striking. In this video, I'm going to show you a couple of point kickboxing matches, a couple from Nate, and also our new guy Tyler, his first match under the IKF PKB. I'm going to break down these matches, but I'm going to explain our strategy and the thought process behind how we do these things, because we don't actually go to win. In fact, I instruct Nate several times to stop doing things that would allow him to easily win the fight.
Easy to hurt. That should really be your nickname, bro. It's amazing to me that actually people still listen to this guy. But yeah, basically, these were the videos that made me suspect that he's a fake police officer, that he was never, never, ever a cop. And I was right. This is when he made this video of himself kickboxing, saying that it's a good idea. I want to see me lose a fight. When I first saw that, I was like, well, this guy's going to lose a fight. Okay, and what? And then I see that he has headgear. I was like, what is this? I mean, especially coming from Holland, I'm really thinking, like, what is this headgear stuff? And yeah, and then he's all nervous, fighting some dude who can't even fight. I mean, if you're a cop, then you're not that nervous, and you probably had some experience fighting also as a cop. I mean, you do get into some things as a cop. You tend to. You have the training, and he never talks about it. That's what I find so funny, is that he never ever really talks about his so-called police officer days. He never talks about it. So yeah, that in itself is just really, really suspicious. And there's a reason why he doesn't talk about it, is because it never happened. I see Mike. Well, he pretends that he was a cop, man. Or who you're asking about? You're asking about the topic of the video, right? I see Mike, yeah. I'm exposing him because he says that he used to be a cop, and he was never a cop. So this is what this video was about, and I'm exposing how he came on my radar, and it was like a point kickboxing fight where he got his ass kicked. I shared that in the beginning of the video, but I could go back in the screen and show some again. I might do that anyways. Just break down the fight a little bit without his voice in it. I'm just getting a little bit more coffee, guys, and give me a sec. Gotta get that coffee in the morning. Ooh la la. You mean Icy Mike's martial arts background? I think nothing, but maybe you do because from what I see, I don't see anything. I don't see any karate in his movement. I don't see any kickboxing. I definitely don't see any boxing. So it's kind of like his police stuff. He says he was a cop, and he says he's been doing martial arts his whole life. Yet I haven't really seen anything. I haven't seen anything about him being a cop, and I haven't seen anything about him fighting ever, ever, anyone ever. The crescent kick. Um, all kicks are good. All kicks have its place. I mean, there's always going to be a circumstance to use almost every kick that exists. And with every kick that exists, oh, burning myself. Oh, phew, I burned myself with the coffee. Oh, hot. I didn't realize how hot it was because I'm talking to you guys. Oof. Okay. What was I saying? Um, yeah, it's kind of hard to tell what kind of martial art I see Mike has done before because he claims that he has been training his whole life, but I just don't see it in any of his movements. I don't see any, I don't see any level of expertise at all in his movements, like not even a little bit. Especially when I see him sparring and all that, like there's no real karate movement in his fighting. There's really nothing, really easy to hurt should be this guy's name. Easy to hurt. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's instant coffee. Good. I wouldn't call it super good, but it's instant, so it's not bad. The crescent kick. Let me get into a little bit deeper on the crescent kick. Let me see. By crescent kick, I think you mean I think you mean this kick here, right? Um, it's almost the same as the axe kick. I would like the axe kick better. In fact, a lot of times, many taekwondo guys will call something an axe kick, when it's almost just a crescent kick, because they're not really going all the way up and down. So they're not really going, they're not really going all the way up and down like this. Sometimes in order to create more speed, they will keep it there, which is a little bit more like a crescent kick. Um, so yeah, it's all kicks are good. All kicks have their time and their place to do them basically. But yeah, here or you switch on this way. No, either way it's good. Let me do it once at full speed. For those of you that say my videos are sped up. Yeah. What is your thoughts on Crescent Kick? He fought in street beefs. You mean I see Mike fought in street beefs. Really? Um, I guess I should look into that. Is there a remote? Let me see. Um, let's see. I see Mike street beefs. Oh, I see. Wasn't this before the point fighting fight? All right, here we go. I think I hear corridos in the background. That's not Icy Mike, though, is it? Is that Icy Mike? That's not Icy Mike. That's somebody else. I was about to say that bald guy's actually not moving all that bad. He's moving pretty good. Yeah. Uh, I haven't seen this before, but I was gonna say that is not Icy Mike. That is another Icy Mike, maybe. The music in the background. That's hilarious. So yeah, Icy Mike versus Ninja Ron. Yeah, was that really Icy Mike though? He looks different here. If that is him, because it does say Icy Mike in the title. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. That was Icy Mike or not, because that guy did do some decent combinations. So he did not move like Icy Mike did in the point karate and but on the point kickboxing. I mean, so I'm not even sure if that's him or if that's before or after. It's 8 years ago. That's definitely, I think, before. Um, I don't think that's him. Correct me. Oh, Street Beef event Icy Mike versus the Dragon. That's also not him. I don't know. Street Beef Icy Mike versus. Let me see. I think this is a different Icy Mike, guys. Oh, this is Icy Mike. This is the real one. I guess you guys meant this one, right? Yeah, kickers like us don't have to close the distance sometimes when we want to strike through. We don't have to close the distance when we want to strike. We can just close the distance while we're kicking or retract while we're kicking. What are you saying, that the fight we just watched was in fact him? Because I don't think that was him. Um, are you saying that was actually him? Because if that was actually him, that wasn't all that bad. But I just don't think that was him. The movements were way different. So I don't see how you go from that to fighting the way he did in the point one. But I will look back at it again. But it's just maybe people are confusing it. This was definitely him though. So let's just go with this one because this seems more recent. I'm gonna rewind a little bit. Here we go. Low kick by the other dude that lands. No real defense from that low kick by Icy Mike. No, he did defend. He tried to check and lift up his left arm. High kick attempt. Well, Icy Mike did dodge that pretty good. Knee, kind of connected to the knee. No, I see Mike is trying to do. I don't know why to take them, but I don't know why. Yeah, clinches are stupid. Clinches are stupid. But there's no low kicks allowed. Kick them, dude. Okay. I don't know why they're clinching so long. They're probably tired already. Now I took him to the ground. Let's see what's gonna happen now. He's trying to do an arm bar. Hmm. Okay. Well, he's a lot bigger than I see Mike. He's heavier, so I don't see him getting out of this anytime soon. 15 seconds before what? It's over, or to get him back up. Then he's getting pounded on. He's getting his ass whooped, bro. Damn, he got ass whooped. I see Mike, huh? What a tough guy. Get chingon. That was it? Another round. Or are they done? Oh, another round. Okay, so you already lost the first round. You're gonna go again? Alright, let's see. Let's see. I like trying to be a tough guy. That wasn't bad, but why didn't you throw a jab first? Jab first before throwing low kicks. And it was a little bit high, should have been a bit lower, it would have done more damage. Next time, guys, throw a jab, and then a low kick. Now he knows. Hook. Now that low kick should have came. After that hook, he should have low kicked him. But I wouldn't expect him to know that. After that, it should have been the left high kick. After that, he should have also tried to do a kick setup. But he doesn't know how to shadow box. That's why he's overcommitting. You're overcommitting, I see, Mike. That wasn't bad. Okay, that now from there you should have throw a high kick. From there you should have throw a left low kick. From there a right low kick. See, these guys don't really know how to strike the right way or set up the combinations. Another one just throwing single kicks, dude. Set up punches before you throw your kicks, guys. Another one. Like, they don't come in as hard as they do when you throw punches first. Side kick, that didn't do nothing. Another low kick, checked. He's throwing a takedown now. We're punching him. Unsuccessful takedown. Hook, boom. He should have tried a low kick then also. 10 seconds. 4, 3. Oh, you guys are tired, huh? Come on. Pussies. You guys are doing nothing at the end of the round. Is that it? It's only 2 rounds, or is it a third round? Let's see. Oh, it's a third round. Let's see. Another low kick with no punch combinations. Another low kick with no punch combinations, and they're both too high, by the way. Another kick with no punch combinations. Now with jabs with no punches. See, these guys don't know how to kickbox. Side kick with no punches. They're either just punching or kicking. They don't know how to mix this stuff up. You guys don't know how to fight. You guys suck, bro. I'm not impressed, dude. I mean, even though I see Mike did this, he still can't fight him. What the hell is wrong with this fat boy? He's tired already. Oh, man, what a pussy. Are you serious? Are they for real? This guy just gives up? Get your fat ass up, boy. A fat guy against a skinny guy. All right, let's go. Really, though. Unbelievable. Another low kick with no setup. Dude, this guy starts every time the same. And what's funny is that the other guy doesn't pick up on it. Like, he should be throwing a right cross. What I see Mike just did. He should have been trying to do that when he comes at him with the kick. The Superman punch actually wasn't bad, Mike. That wasn't bad. He actually landed it. But this is the thing. This is why you need to do more sparring. You get all of this stuff out of the way if you spar. You don't end up making a fool out of yourself when you're actually fighting. Really? Come on, man. Just get out of there. It's not that hard. It's icy Mike. It's not that heavy. 15 seconds. Ruh, ruh, ruh. I always say if you have to punch him full six, seven, 8 times and he still didn't go down, then you didn't do it right. I guess that was it. And now what? Now what? Now what? Who won this thing? The winner by decision. Okay. Now here are my thoughts on that fight. It actually wasn't bad, and I don't think it was fixed or nothing. Because in the beginning he was doing really bad, as I expected him to do. But as the fight went on, he actually didn't do bad. Like when he landed the Superman punch, and the fight wasn't bad at all actually. But this is why you need to do sparring. See, you should spar real hard so that you don't have to go through this in the actual fight. If you spar really hard, then you get all of this out of the way. This stuff he did. Now the lessons I see Mike learned here, the lessons I see Mike learned in the earlier part of the video where I showed him doing the point of kickboxing. These are lessons he should have learned by just sparring full contact instead of doing this at the actual competitions. Does anybody have any questions? Let me know in the comments below. There's 10 of you in here and only 2 likes. Make sure you guys like the video and consider subscribing for members only, where I show tutorials of how to kick, how to do stretching. We're the leading channel with kicking, fighting, street fighting, stretching, and kicking technique and Dutch kickboxing. We do all of this stuff in this one channel. So be sure to like the video and ask us anything below, as we do answer everybody's questions. It's early in the morning here. It is 6 in the morning. What time is it where you guys are at? And you guys see here, bang, boom, wheel kick knockout. That's a wheel kick knockout. That was actually a pretty good knockout. So yeah, this is the real striking is going to always be the Dutch kickboxing. See, like why Dutch kickboxing dominates. If you guys see this here. Boom.
The history of Dutch kickboxing is as legendary as it comes. If you want to captivate fans, simply show them a legendary Dutch kickboxer. These fighters represent the most exciting and aggressive fighting style in the world. Simply watch them in action to witness what having heart means. With a heavy emphasis on boxing with low kicks, the style requires extreme athleticism and heart. Those who tolerate hard training most.
Heavy emphasis on boxing and low kicks. You guys heard that, which I didn't see. I see Mike throw at all in his fights. Um, Even the fight he won, he did better in it than he did in the last ones. But if the guy he was fighting was actually Dutch kickboxing, actually throwing the right type of combinations, there's no way he would have survived that fight either, because the guy was bigger. And in the first fight, the other guy was actually doing a little bit better in the first round. I mean, they did 3 rounds, but in the first round, yeah, he was actually doing better. So his opponent was doing better. I mean, one more time. Let me see. So you guys see, um, mixing punches and kicks is good skills. Bas Rutten was real good at that. Yeah, he definitely was. 12 midnight. Where at, man? Where are you at? That's 12 midnight. Yeah, they hit hard. The Dutch kickboxers always hit hard, man. And now Compare that to this. Just saying. So here we go. So that's Icy Mike. Let's just compare that. Compare that to this. Boom. Boom. Melvin Manhoef. Raymond Decker. Boom, boom. See, like the punching and the kicking. Kick, kick, punch, 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 kick. You guys see that? Punch, 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 and then after the punches comes the kicks. Boom. See, knee kicks. The mix of kicking and then punching. And when you see guys like this guy here, it's like you don't see it. Not only does he look like a little kid, but it's like, dude, for real. Look at this. You just cannot compare this stuff. Look at this tip tap stuff with shin guards, headgear.
These fighters represent the most exciting and aggressive fighting style in the world. Simply watch them in action to witness what having heart means.
I'll say it once, I'll say it again. I see Mike maybe talking all these papitas about like, yeah, and point, point kickboxing and this, that, but what you did, bro, doesn't really mean anything. In the real world, in this world, what you did there, man, it doesn't really mean nothing, does it? If you're not doing it at this level that these guys are here, or if you're not sparring against guys that these guys taught, or at these guys' gyms, or at these guys' seminars, if you're not here in Holland doing it like Peter Arts, this guy right here in the clip, I've been to his gym. His gym was right here where I live. I literally been to his gym many, many times. I trained with him in Bonjaski. I trained in Mike's gym. I train in many of the gyms here in Holland. So unless you come here and train like these guys do, I'm sorry, I see Mike, but you suck. Unless you do it here, you really, really suck. Boom, Badahari, wheel kick. One more time. Jab, wheel kick. See, even Badahari here, the way he's setting it up, he's throwing a jab first and then the wheel kick. Boom. Yeah, so it's yeah, that's Tom Hadding there. I actually did an interview with him. But yeah, I mean, if you're not doing it like this, then it doesn't mean anything, like we say. When it comes to kickboxing and striking, if it ain't Dutch, it ain't much, guys. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, Florida. Yeah, it makes sense. But Florida's different time zone. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. No, and it's funny to me that they will straight up say, "Oh, in boxing they go hard, but in kickboxing they don't." It's like it depends on where you're at. Of course, if you're in America, they don't go hard because American kickboxing. Uh, it's weak. Coffee. Any questions, guys? Any questions on the IC Mike being a fake cop and a fake fighter, fake striker, a fake expert? Pretty much all fake. I mean, I know he did the street beef stuff and that he did that point fight, but they don't mean anything. Those fights of people he's fighting there also suck. So unless you're coming here and sparring here and fighting here, it doesn't really mean anything. Make sure you like the video, guys. It really helps the channel.
Young class went to Japan to learn more martial arts. They would be kicked out of multiple gyms, including Oyama's Do.
That's Ernesto Hoops. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Left hook, low kick, left. left cross, low kick. See, they're mixing up the kicks with the punches, which is what I just don't see. Um, yeah, AC Mike do it all. And again, you guys should Google AC Mike, Google his name, Google what police department he was in, try to find it, ask him if you can where he was a cop, because I've tried my best. He never answers. This is because it never happened. And yeah, that'll be it for this video, guys. Yeah, he's fake, and these fake people like him, they need to be exposed. And they I call it martial arts stolen valor, and it really needs to start being a thing more, because someone needs to expose this. I don't understand why people trip more about soldiers and people pretending to be soldiers, and the whole stolen valor in the army. It's like, if someone just lies that they were in the army but weren't, that doesn't really hurt anybody. But when you're pretending you know how to fight and teach people how to fight and how to defend themselves when you can't, that can and is potentially dangerous and can hurt people. To the next video, guys. Catch you later. Yeah, Micey Mike is definitely a fake expert.